Reoccurring social posts, A2P updates, and updates to our favorite feature in HighLevel coming up in this week's GHL Weekly Breakdown right now. Hey, what's up guys? It's Michael McAllister with this week's Weekly Breakdown. This week we have some really exciting updates. Starting out, we have the reoccurring social post update. What this allows you to do is take the social planner and it allows you to post make posts on a reoccurring predetermined basis, whether it's monthly, whether it's weekly, whatever it is. You can also use the merge fields from HighLevel, meaning you can use fields like right now month or right now date, and you can put those in your reoccurring posts so that when you post it, maybe you post once a month, the first of every month, you say happy May, happy June, happy July, right? You set that post up one time and you'll be able to set that on a recurring basis. Now, obviously you don't want to overuse this. This can get really played out really quickly if you do not know how to use this correctly. The right context for using something like this, in my opinion, would be like a social media, a Facebook group, for example, announcing a reoccurring event. We have our weekly breakdown or we have our weekly Zoom room. We will use this function as a way to remind you every week of the Zoom room that's coming up in a couple hours. That's an example of an effective use of this. Again, potentially saying something like, hey, happy Monday, what were your wins last week or whatever, right? I could see somebody doing that and, not super creative, but again, if you're doing that stuff anyways, then now you can do that on a reoccurring and automated basis. Pretty cool feature. All right, next up, the new email builder that has been live in labs this whole time. So for a lot of you guys, you'll already have experienced this, but the new email builder is now live. We've been using this in labs. We try to enable every feature in labs as soon as it comes out. So we've been using this for close to 2 months now. In the beginning, there were a couple of issues, but it seems like they've all worked themselves out, and this definitely has the stamp of approval from us. We are big fans of the brand new email builder, so check it out. Next up, a couple updates to our favorite feature, which is the opportunities feature. And I shouldn't say favorite, it was my favorite feature when I started using HighLevel 5 years ago. It probably is not my favorite feature anymore. There are way too many features for me to pick a favorite, but this has been loan officers' favorite feature for a long time, is just the really simple opportunity pipeline view. 5 years ago, people referred to it as like the pipe drive view. Now it's everywhere. Kanban, you'll hear it referred to as well. The opportunities, a couple updates to that. First off, now you can attach as a custom field, you can attach a file or multiple files to your opportunities. So you can create a custom opportunity field, call it whatever you want, and create an attach file field where now you can go in and you can upload a file to your opportunity and associate it to that. So some like obvious surface level use cases of this would be like a purchase contract at the point that you're under contract on a property if you're managing loan communication, or a pre-approval letter, or any sort of communications that you're wanting to send back and forth between you and whoever might else be working in the system on your loans or on your loan communication. So this is really cool. Obviously, you could go out of hand with this and do some things that your mortgage company probably wouldn't approve of. You could probably attach some, do things. I could see some, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say the stupid things that I could see some people doing with this. Don't get too crazy with this, right? At the end of the day, HighLevel is a new company. There's plenty of reason to believe that they're insanely secure, they're HIPAA approved, etc. But at the same time, I know mortgage companies enough to know that they're not going to be stoked if you're attaching credit reports or anything with super personal information, pay stubs, W-2s, etc. to the opportunity card. So I would not suggest doing that at this point. All right, so the next update that we have for opportunities is one that I'm really excited about, which is lost reasons. This is a new feature. I'm not sure exactly why it took so long to get here. I shouldn't say that. I feel like that's unappreciative of all the work that HighLevel does, of all the updates that they do push out. It's just one of those things that just wasn't valued enough to get upvoted, I guess. But now it is. So lost reasons, you drag an opportunity to lost, and now you'll get a pop-up that asks you to select a reason why they were lost. The reason selection that drops down there is just a list of all the things that you've put in the past. And so you can go in there, you can type whatever reason you want, hit enter, and now it'll save that as a reason. The next time you go into lost, you can select that reason. So if you only have a handful of reasons why you lose a deal, rate, market changes, borrower changes, whatever it is, right? If you have a list of 5 or 6 reasons why you lose a deal, now once you've entered all those reasons in, you can just select one. Every time you drag somebody to loss, it's going to say, hey, pick a reason, hit it from the drop down, select one. I don't know exactly how they're going to have you use this. Obviously, it's going to be accessible through some sort of reporting. I'm looking forward to it. For now, just start getting in the habit of using that lost category, and when you drop them into loss, be as specific as you feel like you need to be, while also creating categories that make sense, so that these reports that will come out in the future are valuable to you, and you'll be able to see at a glance why you're losing deals on average and whether that's changing or not over time. All right, speaking of compliance, guys, A2P 10DLC, the deadline is approaching August 31st. If these words mean nothing to you yet, I hope you're not sending text messages out of HighLevel, because if you are screwed come August 31st. August 31st, Twilio, who is the SMS provider behind pretty much everything HighLevel through Lead Connector, or if you do it through Twilio directly, Twilio is going to be filtering every message that it attempts to get sent where the person has not registered their campaign or the company has not registered their campaign for A2P 10DLC compliance. The registration process with this is fairly simple. It takes a while. The mortgage industry has been kind of the black sheep of this whole process, and so we've done a lot of playing with how to get submissions approved, what to do if it gets rejected, etc. I would definitely consider us experts in this space for the mortgage industry, but that doesn't mean a lot, because a lot of the shit is really random, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. The point is, get in front of it. If you haven't submitted your registration, submit it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you know you need to, reach out. We are here to help. I have connected our in-house A2P expert with multiple people in this group to help them get set up and going in the right direction. So if you have any questions around this, please let us know, but take it seriously, because come August 31st, you are going to see every text message you attempt to send get filtered if you are not registered for A2P. And on that note, the next update that we have is in calendars, your default form in calendar. So the default form consists of, I think, name, phone number, and email address. We use the default form when we're doing calendar booking, so I had to go in and double check this setting. I did. Basically, what this setting does is, by default now, you have a consent checkbox with that default form in calendar. So automatically, already, I went in and checked our scheduler. Right now, there is a checkbox that says, I consent to receive content from this bit. In fact, I'm going to read it off my screen really quick because I typed it out. I confirm that I want to receive content from this company using any contact information I provide. That is the default language. I don't know how to change it yet. I'm going to find out, and I will let you know. I know for a fact also, as part of this, that inside of forms, they brought the T&C element back, the terms and conditions element back. So Christian Penner, this is for you. Hopefully I can tag you in this. It went away. It's back. Again, I don't know how to edit it. I went in and I tried to change the link and the language in there. Language was easy to change. I couldn't figure out the link. This was a big pain in the ass, basically. So I need to look up. I need to dig into this a little bit more and see how we can edit that. But for right now, just know, by default, your calendars now have this language in a checkbox if you have the default form selected. You can go in there and you can disable this, but I don't know how to change the language yet. Again, I will let you know as soon as I do. All right, lastly, we have an update that I want to throw in here. I wanted to brush over it, but it's kind of confusing because it's like the way that it was announced made it sound like it was a really big deal. It said new 2-column builder live in funnels. And to me meant like a real simplification of the entire interface and being like, I don't know exactly what I pictured, but it wasn't what it actually was. What it actually is now by default, your sidebar in the builder pops out and it shrinks your screen and it shrinks your design area instead of hiding part of your design area behind that sidebar. Really simple change, really valuable change. I noticed it yesterday while I was building in the funnel builder. I like it. I'm a big fan. But again, it seemed like just the way that it was announced, I literally spent 10 minutes trying to figure out whether or not I was missing something, because I couldn't imagine that the announcement that I heard, like that that was what it was. So anyways, that's why I wanted to add that in here. Again, just a little update to the funnel, the website builder. I imagine it's both of them. I only did it in the funnel builder, but it's a minor update to the funnel and website builder. You're probably not going to notice it, but like I said, even after looking at it and reflecting on it, I'm definitely a fan. Just don't expect too much of a change from this. All right, guys, that is it for this week's weekly breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. Now, little announcement for you guys. We're going to be doing our weekly Zoom rooms at a different time, likely just going to be moving up the time slot a couple hours. I will keep you posted with that, but starting next week, so Tuesday, August 29th will be the first one that we have at a earlier time slot. I hope to see you there. I hope you guys are getting something out of these weekly breakdowns. If you want to see something different on them, please let me know. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the top.